September 10th, 2001, the day before everything changed. If you picked up a paper that Monday, the big story, it wasn't about terrorists. It was about Washington politics. Chandra Levy, a 24-year-old intern, she had gone missing months earlier. Congressman Gary Condit was under fire, his career falling apart. On September 10th, nobody knew where Levy was, and her remains would not be found until the next year in a park in Washington, D.C. A headline that gripped the country. It was about to vanish overnight. That same day, the Pentagon, Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld admitted the Defense Department could not account for $2.3 trillion. In today's money, that's over $4 trillion. And the problem, it was never cleared up. What should have been front-page news, it was lost in what came next. Over in London, two banks, Halifax and the Bank of Scotland, they finished a merger and created HBOS, one of the biggest banking groups in all of Europe. At the time, it looked like a financial success story. Less than 10 years later, the company nearly collapsed in the 2008 crash and had to be rescued. In Brazil, the mayor of Campinas, Antonio da Costa Santos, he was shot and killed. He'd built a reputation as a reformer, standing up against corruption. His killers were later convicted, but his murder, it left a mark on the country. And in Afghanistan, the Northern Alliance battled the Taliban in Takhar province. More than 100 Taliban fighters were killed, dozens taken prisoner. For most Americans, it barely registered. But within weeks, Afghanistan will become the main focus of U.S. foreign policy. But for everyday folks, September 10th, it felt normal. You could walk through airports without taking off your shoes or throwing away a bottle of water before you got on a plane. Families toured landmarks without fences or armed guards. And the World Trade Center was busy with just another workday. It was just Monday. And the next morning, all of that ended. The stories that filled the news, the scandal, the missing trillions, the merger, the assassination, the battle overseas, it was all swept away by 4 hijacked planes and one date forever etched into our lives. September 10th, 2001. It was the last ordinary day. These are Interesting Things with JC.